Every digital swipe, purchase, and message you send relies entirely on a silent infrastructure operating beneath the surface: databases. A database is simply an organized system used by computers to store, manage, and retrieve digital information. For decades, software developers faced a brutal architectural compromise. They had to choose between two completely opposed methods of storing that information. On one side is SQL, or Structured Query Language. These are relational databases that store data in strict, table-based structures, offering mathematically reliable and perfectly organized storage. On the other side is NoSQL, which stands for Not Only SQL. These non-relational databases reject rigid tables, opting instead to handle wild, unstructured data across infinitely scalable networks. Today's applications demand the impossible. They require the exactness of a pristine ledger and the ability to expand infinitely at a moment's notice. A recent analysis by Royal Research, titled "The Convergence of SQL and NoSQL Databases," identifies a critical shift in how the tech industry is finally solving this paradox. Businesses are currently absorbing massive amounts of both highly ordered and completely chaotic data. Surviving in the modern digital economy requires adopting a system that refuses to choose between the two. SQL databases rely on strict table-based relational structures to keep data perfectly organized. This provides ironclad integrity. Bank transfers must execute with total accuracy. NoSQL takes the opposite approach, discarding rigid tables for flexible, shape-shifting data models like key-value pairs or dynamic document graphs. This flexibility allows NoSQL to ingest massive, high-velocity streams of unstructured inputs. Think endless social media feeds or millions of real-time sensor logs without slowing down. You cannot force unpredictable social data into rigid SQL tables, and you certainly cannot trust vital financial transactions to the fluid chaos of NoSQL. This strict architectural divide forced companies to maintain isolated data silos. At the exact moment artificial intelligence required a unified picture of business operations to function effectively, the underlying data was totally disconnected. We can see this exact collision looking at a standard e-commerce checkout page. Processing the items in the shopping cart and securely deducting from inventory counts demands the exactness of SQL. Simultaneously, that exact same page is loading AI-driven product recommendations and dynamic user reviews, which require the rapid flexibility of NoSQL. The ultimate solution identified by Royal Research is the hybrid SQL-NoSQL system, hosted entirely within modern cloud data platforms. The cloud acts as an elastic orchestrator. It functions as a central nervous system, instantly routing high-velocity, chaotic data streams straight into the flexible NoSQL architecture. Simultaneously, it catches vital financial transactions and securely routes them to the rigid SQL side. Wrapping these systems in cloud infrastructure enables unified global security protocols and allows machine learning algorithms to analyze both databases simultaneously. The power of the hybrid cloud is the destruction of the barrier between structured logic and unstructured scale. Businesses can finally view and analyze their entire digital ecosystem as a single integrated entity. This architecture provides a massive macroeconomic advantage known as elastic scalability. Businesses can expand their processing capabilities dynamically, entirely bypassing the hard physical limits of traditional hardware. This elasticity creates deep cost efficiency. Cloud platforms auto-allocate server resources precisely when demand spikes, eliminating the need to pay for idle on-premise hardware during quiet periods. Achieving this synergy is incredibly complex. It is not a simple plug-and-play solution. Migrating deeply entrenched legacy systems to a hybrid cloud environment demands intricate architectural planning, highly skilled engineering teams, and strict usage monitoring to prevent spiraling cloud budgets. Despite these intense migration challenges, the Royal Research report reaches a clear conclusion. The era of enterprise tech having to choose between order and scale is permanently over. By bridging the absolute gap between structured precision and unstructured chaos, hybrid cloud systems establish a new operational standard. The future of data requires zero compromises. It is complete convergence.